Hi, my name is Dr. Joe Vertino. Welcome to this very, very important video. Some people would say this topic is all important. The title of it is The Point of Spiritual Guidance dash Meditative Awareness. So people have asked me, what is spiritual guidance all about? And I've told them this one answer: encouraging meditative awareness. So in this kind of way, that sometimes people have seen people like Jesus Christ in their own mind. They thought, okay, this person, if someone asked him the point, right, we could say you get a whole Bible as the point. So Jesus in that way is very much was Jesus, or Yeshua, the ascended master, Jesus Christ, associated with, at least so to speak, spiritual guidance, right? So what I am doing in this video is providing you a clear answer to that right away, that it's just meditative awareness and nothing else. So it's not complicated. It's very truthful and direct and simple and profound. And then you could see it as it's the everythingness, because meditative awareness isn't a physical thing. So it doesn't have these constraints, right? And then also in that way, well, what is meditative awareness? It's really just us, our individual self. And then in that way, uh everything else is just it's just existence normally, right? So you could see how in that way, as I use that word, everythingness is true, is real, is valid. So why does this matter? Well, yeah, why does it matter? um well, it matters because you matter, right? So in that way, that basically we're here and we exist, and we know that's true. But you can sense into that at the end of that sentence: we're here, we exist, and we know that's true, that there's more. There's kind of like breadcrumbs, so to speak. There's more. And then so in this way, that's where this comes in, is that we can recognize that there is something important at hand. Um, so yeah, so that's my whole point as a spiritual guide, is that, right? And then so where, when, how, why, right? So when, we could say anytime, right? Meditative awareness is something that is always available. People would even say further to the point that if there is calamity, that you would call, so to speak, or work to possess meditative awareness. So there's really, it's non-exclusive. So that's the when part. Why? Well, the why is because you matter, right? That would be the why. The how, now the how is spiritual guidance, the whole point of my work as a spiritual guide. If you're seeing this on my website, that whole website that you have in front of you right now is that how. And then we could say where is kind of an interesting question, in the sense that, like, for example, in my own life, I visited monasteries. So that would be a kind of a relevant answer to that, where, right? In the sense that there's certain places, as opposed to, a McDonald's bathroom, even though meditative awareness can be employed, can be used, so to speak, anywhere. There's places that are meant for things consciously, right? So like, I think of a Buddhist monastery out in LA that I visited. I also visited the Self-Realization Fellowship out in Los Angeles and LA. In that way, that there's certain places in church, or if you set aside a space in your own home, like a shrine or a place you meditate, maybe a yoga mat, kind of in this kind of way. That's the where, right? In that sense. But like I said, meditative awareness, anywhere that you are, it belongs to you. It's yours to attain. It's yours to attain. So, going further in life, so to speak, people, that relates to everybody, right? Going further in life. So now you can see the grandeur of this, that it is something that is literally like in your, like your cell phone, like your car keys, like your identification, your wallet, is something that you can utilize on just a practical level, and understanding that it's really just between you and the wall, or you and God, or you and your own future, in that way, that it's so simple and profound that it doesn't need to involve anything else. It doesn't need to have, or it doesn't have, so to speak, any conditions on it. For example, if we think about the external world, even in all its grandeur, also, like joining a group, there's certain things that you might need to understand and stay understanding. There's certain things that you might need to apply, right? Whether outwardly or inwardly. So this that I'm inviting you into, the point of spiritual guidance, meditative awareness, has none of that. There's nothing to it in that way. But yet, like I said earlier, there's an everythingness. Now, this great saint of India named Maharaj Neem Karoli Baba, in this way of being recognized, so to speak, in the soul, in the human heart, for what? For just being. So being in that way, that's the everythingness, right? So, God used that saint, Maharaj Neem Karoli Baba, to bring people into what? Into this that I'm promoting, encouraging, meditative awareness. And then we understand that meditative awareness has no enemies, and it desires to be known by you, right? So how does it have no enemies? Well, in the sense that, that we are in a place of self-recognition when we are practicing it, and that we all are in that boat, that we all are in life as life. And then in that way, that meditative awareness isn't a person, a place, a thing, a religion, right? A thought process, so to speak. So I hope you understand that, right? So anyways, thank you for listening. And I hope you appreciate this video. I hope it provides you with, as we say in our contemporary society, what the universe is, the universal will, what the universe is trying to show you, what you need, what you may not, before this video noticed even, right? So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, professional spiritual guide, Dr. Joe Vertino. I'm a doctor only in Reiki, which is the white light of God, universal energy, also not a person, place, or thing, belief system, or religion, just like meditative awareness. So you can see how meditative awareness doesn't have any enemies. It's not a possible thing. So yes, I pray that you make friends with it, so to speak, that you know that it is ever ready and ever applicable, so to speak, and is ever available to you. But if we understand that it's something that we have to encourage, right? So as I said in this video and in the details of the video, the point of my life in its entirety, so to speak, as a spiritual guide, is to encourage this, with it being meditative awareness. So I'm encouraging it, which implies, the implication is that there is something we could call a practice, an investment of our own personal energy, our personal will and time, and space, effort. So yes, I pray that that you can allow, even if just a pinch, of the whole point of this video, to be present, to be just with you. That's all my prayer is. So thank you. Know that I love you. I feel that's very important for someone to, well, all of us, to know the truth, and I know that that's true, that I do love everyone. And it's important for us to be honest, and for me, that's being honest. And in that way, that even better, that person, being myself, who loves you, has a vision for you, so to speak, that there's a passionate purpose in me that is can't be contained, and that's reaching out to you, that is beyond just me as a person. Yes. So anyways, enough words for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Awesome. Angel blessings. Thank you.